What? What do you want? Hello? Well, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Turn right. Get
I am turning right.
Turn left.
Do you like my new pink truck? Look how pretty it is. Lovely pink truck. To go with my new pink background. Hi.
Keep right. And then exit right.
I've just had it painted and I want to damage it. Gonna take care of my pink truck. carry an ugly yellow box. You drive sensibly. Hello, Princess Amelia. Do.
Continue straight on. Continue straight on. Keep left, and then continue straight on. Continue straight on.
Give a little toot on the horn. Let them know penalty pit stop is coming through. That was your own fault, that. I think I shall call her the Pink Passion. Pink Passion coming through. We'll have a giveaway in the chat. Whoever comes up with a good name for this pink truck, I'll keep that name. You get to name my truck. That's open to Twitch, TikTok, Kick, YouTube. All the names will go into a hat, and then we'll pick one. And the winner gets to name it. She's nothing rude or vulgar. It's not that kind of chair. Just a lovely name for my pink truck. Oh. So we have Pink Passion so far. That's my idea. See if you can come with any better.
Continue straight on.
There was a bar I used to go to in Reading called the Pink Herbal Turtle. I don't think I'll call it that. I used to like going downstairs because they had like dead drum and bass and dubstep downstairs. Upstairs was like normal songs. But yeah, downstairs in the cellar,
Straight on.
like dubstep with drum and bass. Really pounding music. But they had like alcoves on the side that were dark, so people would go down there snug and stuff. Do people say snug still? I have no idea. Chew each other's face off. tongue tangle. Chase the worm. No, that one sounded awful. Chase the worm. I don't recommend chasing the worm. Hey, Janine. That was probably a bad time to come in. I was saying about there used to be a pub in Reading called the Purple Turtle, and downstairs was like drum and bass and dubstep, but it had like dark hours. I'd be mean go down there to snog. That's all it was about it. Don't forget to get your names in for the naming of the penguin truck. Best name wins. And then I will keep your name for the truck. And henceforth, the paint truck will be known by the name you give it. If you win. But no dirty names. Hello, Michael. Guys, if you want to drop Michael a follow, he was streaming Flight Simulator the other day. But he also streams Truck Day game and this game as well. If we all follow each other, then we all grow. And then it's good for everybody. Yes, of Purple Turtle upstairs, they did dynamo music, but they also had bands on. Like live bands. It was a really decent night out. And because Reading's like a college town, it has like cheap drinks. Unless you go into like wine bars. They were expensive. But every Friday night after work, we would go to walk about the Australian pub, because they had like decent food on. But they also had like disco knives or like test tubes of drink inside. Like shots 5 for 10. Okay, they were only about 5% alcohol. They were more like alcohols. But still decent. And there was one pub where they did like a cocktails in a fishbowl. Like a £10 for a cocktail, but it was like literally a big bowl.
Keep right, and then exit right.
A fishbowl. That's why it was called a fishbowl. I think it was like 3 fish balls for 20 quid somewhere like that. Like sex on the beach, mojitos and all that kind of stuff, but it was just in a fish bowl. Can't remember what that one like was called. I think it was called Purple Haze or something. That was really nice. Well, I'm kind of the person who, when I drink, I either get really happy or I get really sad, depending on the drink I'm drinking. And I don't like being sad. I'd rather be happy. So now I don't hardly drink it on.
Keep left.
In fact, I've got some beers in the fridge that was even 2 years ago from work. 2 Christmases ago from work. And they're still there. Half a bottle of Pernod. Because I used to remember drinking priced Pernod and blackcurrant. I need some blackcurrant. I'm gonna get some today, actually. Hi, Randy. How are you doing? I got that blue calf letting me out, look. Thank you, blue car. I think I'll overtake one of these. Sorry, yellow. Bring a smile and a song for the banjo. Gotta get wild again's good. Come away if you're going. Leave the sinking ship behind. Come along the rise and wind. We're going up around the bend. Yeah. You can ponder perpetual motion. Get your mind on a crystal day. Come away if you go and leave the sinking ship behind. Come on, my rise and wind. We're going up around the bend. Yeah. I've had an awful tickle in my throat all day. Hello, Stewie. Stewie's my favorite character on Family Guy.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Did everyone a nice Sunday and rest of the weekend? It goes far too quickly, doesn't it?
Turn left. Turn left.
Like this week I'll work. I think I'm working on Saturday, so I'm gonna do that during the week. And it's like sometimes it's really weird, like it's a Tuesday, Monday, then off Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Left. And then turn left.
Like weird shifts.
Turn left. Turn right.
But it's alright, generally I like what I do.
Continue straight
Hey
on.
Julian. Actually, I've just realised your name is not Randy, it's Ian. Hello, Randy, Ian.
Keep right. And then exit right.
Hi, William.
Exit right.
Do you mind if I call you Bill? It's perfectly fine if not, just let me know what you'd like to be called. Hello, Marion.
Keep right. And then turn right. Turn right.
Haven Race. Thank you very much, everyone, for the hearts and the likes and the shares. I do appreciate it. Scotland. Freedom. Freedom.
Finding a new route. Recompute. Continue straight on.
Us Celts are gonna stick together. You're Scottish, I'm Welsh.
Rerouting.
Stuck it to the English. Scotland will give her sons and her daughters to England no more. We demand our freedom. Then that accent is probably as good as Mel Gibson did. It's like Dick Van Dyke trying to be British. Have you seen Trainspotting? Scotland. What do you think of the second one? The first one was brilliant. Second one was rubbish. Because when it first came out, they were like unknowns. But all of them now are gonna be really successful. So it didn't have the same ring to it. Man, Robert Carlyle's character was still a dick. With just the premise as well. So for the second one, Robert Carlyle's character gets out of prison early, he like escapes, and then he tries to go after Ewan McGregor's character and everyone. Because if you remember after the first one, Ewan McGregor's character makes off with all the money. And it turns out he's gone to America and lived a happy life over there in America. Then he comes back because I think one of his friends is dying.
Keep left.
Like, what's everyone's go-to movie? I've said it before, where I like dog saunches. If I had to pick one, but then the original tune as well.
Right. Turn
The
right.
David Lynch one. But apparently the guy who wrote Dune, Frank Herbert, didn't like his version. Didn't like his versions.
Keep right. And then exit right.
And there's meant to be like a mysterious take out there somewhere. Because they actually filmed about 13 hours of it.
Exit right.
And then just have to cut it all down like 3 hours so loads of shit got taken out. And there's meant to be one version of it for 13 hours left. And nobody knows where it is.
Keep left.
But only like Robert Lynch and the cast have actually seen it.
Turn left.
Can you imagine a 13-hour movie? I think it would have been worth it. especially if it went into the backstory of the Bene Gesserits and how it all came from like an evil AI that tried to take over the world.
At the roundabout,
And that's why all technology was banned.
exit now.
And they'd been breeding bloodlines for years to train the coins at Cederac. But it was all just Bene Gesserit lies. And the prophecy was all fabricated. We go into a bit more of the backstory in Children of June, where it's like Paul goes into the wilderness and he has a son and a daughter. And the son has to follow the golden path and become a monster. So he like mixes with the sun and worlds and becomes like a super being. And Haria, the sister of Paul, becomes an abomination because she's inherited. She's like infected by the Byron Harkonnen's character. And he's like a ghost inside her head, but only she can hear.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
And I've read a couple of the Frank Herbert books. There's one set of books that I wish would get turned into a film, but I don't think it ever will. It's a Necroscope series. It's like vampirism, but they're actually from parasites. And the detective
Get ready to turn
from the
right.
first book,
Turn
he
right.
like has a son, but his son was born with all his abilities. And the son goes looking for the dad, because he gets sent to a different dimension. And it's got hints of like the Cold War era, because it's set in Russia. Some of it's set in Russia or the Soviet Union. And they have like a paranormal division. Hi Justin. We're just talking about the book Necroscope. And how Emily was critical, probably a good movie would never be made into one. I think there was an issue with the rights. Like you know, initially with Hulk, where he can't have his own TV, his own movie anymore. He's got to be in the MCU as like a separate because of character, because of all this like you mix up with the rights. I think it's the same with the Necroscope series. From what I remember. Reminds me, I got banned on TikTok the other day. I was streaming Trooping of the Colours, you know, the thing with the King's Guard or something. And I got flagged for firearms.
Exit right.
And yet they're only ceremonial. They're not real guns. And yet kids can go and watch Trooping of the Colours, but yet TikTok said it was firearms.
Exit right.
So he like banned me after an hour of having people watching. It was one of the best it was, fuck me, shit. It was one of the best successful streams I've had. I think at one point there were like 40 people watching. I'm not watching anything like Pomp and Circumstance like that. It's one thing the British do well. Like, there's still a couple of monarchies in the world, but nowhere near like as Pomp and Circumstance as we do. And I think that's why it's endured for so long. And then they had the flyover at the end with the red arrows. And the last surviving Lancaster bomber, I think it is. There's 2 in the world, but there's only 1 that's like fly-worthy. I remember years ago when they did it when the Queen was still alive, and they actually had Concorde. And it was the last time Concorde ever flew. On this Concorde, you could fly from here to London in 3 hours. So you could go there, like loads of people went there for meetings. So you'd have like a meeting in New York and then be back for tea. And I only got to fly only once. But like the whole plane was first class. So you get champagne and I can't remember how much I paid for a ticket. It was just after I'd sold the computer business. And I was going to the States. Just like, you know, I'm going to go over there for a month. What Concorde is the only piece of technology, if I remember rightly, that was actually never replaced by something better. Like, Concorde was the pinnacle of aviation. Like, supersonic in a way that'll never be achieved again on a commercial airliner. And then they stepped backwards. Mind, they were losing money hand over fist. No matter how much he could charge for a ticket, and the fact it was always full, he was losing money every flight. So it was just financially uneconomical. Which is a shame. Hi, FM.
Continue straight on.
No, just talking about Concorde. How it wasn't replaced with anything more superior.
Continue straight on.
I mean, they talk about SpaceX and that. Other planes that'll fly so high in the sky. But only the super rich will be able to afford it. Because it'll go out of the atmosphere. Or into the stratosphere, now the atmosphere.
right, and then exit right.
I just think it's funny that there's more people being to space than have been into the deep sea. And like, what is it, 90% of the oceans still haven't been mapped. And yet they're looking to space when there's so much life down here. I mean, it only just came out the other day, it was on TV, that they'd found an underground playground with like slides and things from an unknown civilization deep in the sea. To be honest, when I was little, I thought we'd miscolonized some of the ocean by now. You know, like little domes under the sea. That's more feasible than trying to conquer, and not conquer, colonize Mars. So now I think there's an Exodian Navy base that somebody's turned into an underwater hotel. And when you sound the toilet in the bath, you can actually look out the window and there are fish, like right outside your window. Then someone was saying, well, what about peeping toms? Are you gonna be like really pervert to want to risk that, don't you? You like dive down 2 fathoms just to look at somebody on holiday. There are easier places to peep. That's why I think Billy Connolly had that joke about and why there are no windows on aeroplanes. And like in the toilet, I mean, there are windows in planes, but where the toilet is, like who's gonna be clean at the side of the plane? Ooh. Sorry, that was a bit of my Tourette's there. I do apologize. I was actually going. Ooh.
Straight on. That'll throw him us rolling in. But yeah, planes on toilets on windows in toilets on planes. That would be a deterrent curve as well, wouldn't it? Cleaning the side of the plane just to get a look. Just to get a look. Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Shit, I made it later on turning. Can I go this way?
No, I can't. Shit. I'm too busy looking at you. I made a mistake and got wrong and got lost.
Keep right. Exit right. Turn right.
Right, I'm concentrating. I need to get back on track. It's gone from like 2 hours away now to 5 hours away. I've doubled much light time. But driving time. Light time, fucking hell. You're miles away. It's all your fault.
Continue straight on.
I don't mind. Thank you very much for the invite. Just seen a massive bloody bird out the window.
Continue straight on.
He either was flying up to the roof or down towards the floor. Was like a bloody seal bumping her. Hey, Dana. No, just a bird out the window. I'm easily distracted. Actually, my attention span's getting better, I think. I used to daydream all the time. Now I can actually focus on stuff. I think these games are helping. Because you want to focus on them to get to the journey. Hi, RM again. How you doing, RM? I saw you in Hurley, but you did left before I said hello. By the way, if you do want to play that Pokemon game, if you're on YouTube, when it pops up what the Pokemon is, you just need to type an exclamation mark and Pokeball catch. Or Poke-catch. And then whatever ball you want to use. So if you've got an Ultra Ball, it would be Poke-catch Ultra. Or Pokeball Crane, or Pokeball. You've just put one and it's only throws a Gnarl ball. And then once you've got your Pokemon, you can actually fight people that have got that big other Pokemons.
Recomputing.
Shit. Damaging my pillow power, pink truck. Pink truck. Don't damage pink truck. Suggestions are still in on all platforms for the name of the pink truck. The best name will win. And we'll put it to a vote, and then you can choose what to call my pink truck. It's Pink Passion at the moment. That's the one I chose. But I'm giving you the chance to choose it yourselves. Just in chat, if you put the name, and then whatever name you want it to be called. Within reason, and no rude suggestions.
Continue straight on.
And if you try not to use dirty words, because the ban mod will stop you for your message, then you may be timed out. My chat, my rules. You don't like it, the door's there. For certain things you will get a warning. For certain things there is no harm by dismission and you're gone. No hand speech, no bullying. LGBT friendly. I don't care whether you believe it's true or not, or if there are different genders or there's only the two sexes. Keep that opinion to yourself. There are people who don't believe like you do. All opinions are valid, but just no hate speech. No religion or politics. Unless I initiate it first, I do sometimes part in politics. But just small general things. I made no bones that Boris was one of my favorites. Just because he was a character. And first Trump presidency, I did like Trump,
Straight on.
but now he's a bit of a dickhead. Probably always was a dickhead, but he was nice the first time round. Funnily enough, I think actually Boris kept him in check. Because they were like so alike. My people have said that you're assistant because I never mention him. Boris is like a man you'd love to go out drinking with, but you'd hear from the run a country. But running a pub crawl, you'd love him to bits. He's like that one man who that gets really drunk and like takes his top off and swings it round in the bar. Anyway, that's all I said. I'm gonna talk about it no more.
Continue straight on. Keep right, and then exit right.
If you have questions, by all means drop the questions in the chat.
Right.
If you have a topic you'd like to talk about, what questions you'd like to ask. I haven't had any more Tourette's in a while. As you can hear in the chat, sometimes it does come out while I'm talking. But just mentioning the Tourette's. I have got rid of my fuck banana one. He just went. Just haven't done it for months. So I'm pretty impressed with that. And mostly actually it's now non-verbal. So it's just like ticks or like mixing words up.
Exit right.
But don't ever be afraid to ask me something. I'm quite open and honest about it.
Turn right.
Like a lot of people think you're gonna be offended. And there's the ones that think you're faking it. And how it's fine because I explained to those people as well.
Roundabout. Take the second exit. Exit now.
Because it's like taking a target on yourself.
Keep
So why would anyone want to do that deliberately? You know?
turn left.
Unless you like pay attention, and I really don't.
Turn right. And then continue straight on. Continue straight on. Turn left. And then turn right. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
And someone was asking me the other day, does it run in family? No, as far as I'm aware, nobody else in my family has Tourette's. So no, it doesn't run in families. And you probably might in some families. It's not in a high. But that's fine. I was always the black sheep of the family anyway. So I'm used to it. Nothing wrong with it being the black sheep. I think the black sheep has the best time. It's normal people out here about. He wants to be fucking normal. Normal's bored. I'll hang around with weirdos all day. They're my kin.
Right. Turn right.
That was obvious.
At the roundabout, take the third exit. Exit now. Get ready to turn left.
We're getting done really late nights now, aren't we? It's like 10 o'clock and it's still light outside. I'd like to live somewhere it's dark 6 months of a year. Somewhere cold. I don't like the heat. And I don't like the light. And then once I'm done at that 6 months of the year, I can go to the other side where it'll be dark. I could live in permanent darkness. Wouldn't that be nice? Maybe not permanent darkness. Maybe 6 months of the year would be enough. There's like people up in Anchorage where they've got to do like 2 months on, 2 months off because apparently it goes crazy. There's lots of suicides. I think you're gonna have a certain mentality to live in places like that. But the wages are apparently mint. Like oil rig workers and stuff like that.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
I don't think they've got much need for like customer service. Or you could be like, you do one of those remote people where you can remote anywhere in the world. I'll go remote from Anchorage. Working for like Amazon. People ringing up, where's my parcel? I'll double check for you where with me. It shows it's delivered. Have you checked inside your bin? Yep, there it is. Anything else I can help you with, Mr. Customer? No, that's it. Thank you very much now. Thanks for calling that, Hudson. Say, I wouldn't be so good at that.
Continue straight on.
I want to return this item. Why? Doesn't work. Have you tried plugging it in? Yes. Have you tried flicking the switch? No. Flick the switch for me? Here, it's on now. I found that working those when I was working in handset faults for a non-energy and a non-phone company. My people would ring up. I can't do this. Alright, have you tried this? Have you tried that? No. Do that? Does it work? Yes. Alright, cool, thank you. Can I close your ears? Yes, you can. There was one little old lady and her phone and broke. Like you to her in the room. It was a Nokia 3310. And what the lady used to do is, because you couldn't have a little flashing light on the front, it was a torch. But it would actually flash when you had a call. And she was like super deaf, lady. She was super deaf, this lady. And she would put it on the chair or and she'd point the light to the face. So when the light flashed, you should get a call.
Straight on.
Then the light had broken, and it was out of warranty, so we wouldn't replace it. But where we used to work, they had like a seconds department, and it's where people would send their phone back, and employees were allowed to buy them. So what I did is I bought this phone, and I sent it out to her. And to this day, I still think she thought it was probably from the company. That's my best customer service story I use in interviews. And I show you when I go outside the box and go above and beyond to help people. Because that's just like the person I am.
Keep right.
Imagine if that were Mum, imagine if that was like my grand, and that phone was her only lifeline. And even though it was something so trivial, like the torchlight didn't work, to her that was the most important feature. And I understood that. And I go for it. And from the back of I was actually seconded as a team leader. So what they did is I think they were also trying to get rid of me at the time. So they gave me like all the other people's rejects. But within a month, I'd turned that team round and we were one of the highest customer service staff in that department. Because I made them all have the same ethic that I had. We will go above and beyond to get the customer the outcome they need.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
And they all loved me to bits. So much so that they went to an party went to
To turn right.
the outsourced to India, and I had to go over there and train the people who would be replacing us.
Turn right.
But within a year, it was back in England because the NPS score just plummeted.
Get ready to turn right.
Because you can teach them the systems, but you can't give them the ethic.
Straight on.
And that's what companies don't realize.
Continue straight on.
And that's what I used to do. That's what my,
Turn.
when I was a trainer, that's what I used to train.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Because that'll always be important to people, customer service. And most of the time you can't train it. You have to be customer service oriented, or you're not. I can give you the skills, but you need to also be part of it as well. And that's what some people don't realize. They think like, oh, customer service is easy. No, it really isn't. Like any company, can teach you the systems, they can teach you the processes, but they can't teach you customer service. If you're not a people person, you never will be. You can fake it, but it'll catch you out eventually. Hey, Ross.
Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn right, and then turn right.
But I think also some companies, this is just between you and me,
Turn right.
they send tiers and then they measure it wrong. So when I was working for Yellow Pages, they actually brought the guy in who developed NPS. And everyone seems to think that it's based on
Left.
like hard evidence about how people think. But it's not. He and me, they actually made it up. But in the original model, so NPS is out 1 out of 10. And most companies, like 7, 8, sorry, the 8, 9, and 10 are your promoters. 1 to 5 are your detractors, and 6 and 7 are neutral. But some people go completely the other way, and they have the promoters only as 9 and 10, so you can be scored here, and it still marks you down. And I've said it back so many times to companies over and over again, you measure NPS wrong.
Continue straight on.
And if you can imagine, if somebody's going to lose their job, even though they've given them an A, that's not good. And that's why companies have such high revenue and high turnover. Because you recruit in every 6 months, because after 6 months, you're getting rid of your first lot of people, and then you're recruiting again. Like a never-ending cycle. But what I proved was, give me somebody who's like average, and with the right tools and the right mentorship, and as long as they've got the right work ethic and they're customer focused, you'll get them above the line.
And then exit right. Exit right.
All it takes is for the company not to be just bums in seats mentality, like most companies are. And that's why people burn out. Because you come in, you do your job, but you're so demotivated. Because you get treated like it's just a number.
Turn left.
And that's not how to treat people. Treat people with respect. Give them the tools they need in the training. And then give them the time to develop. Like I've told you, I think I was telling you I wasn't you, I was telling somebody else. And it was a company that was doing, and I was doing customer metrics. And what I had to do is develop a questionnaire. And that questionnaire was like 50 questions. And it was designed to like test people's knowledge of the things they'd learned in the first year. And what they found out is year one, people are shit hot because you've just taught them. But when you get into year 2, 3, 4 of the most, the people have been there with 10 years. They do this shit upon there, knowing because of their stuff. Because they've worked so long that they've developed bad habits. But what this company was like, wait, give me the details of who's failed this quiz. And I was like, no, because as soon as I did that, I'm going to get rid of them. And like, yeah, and well, see, then you're gonna have her same thing in 3 years' time. Because the people you then train, they're gonna fall into the same category. They're gonna get bad habits. They're gonna forget what they knew. And you'll be firing them again. So what I did is I gave them a training program. That at the end of every year, you run them back through this training program. And then I came there 3 years later. And you know what? Everybody passed. Because they changed the way they thought. This company. But if I'd just given the people the names, then I sacked them and then had all the same issue again. Because you need to change your mindset.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
I know don't get me wrong, there are things you don't need training for every single year. Unless like something changes. Like data protection, DPA, it's always going to be the same. So you should be able to be trained for once and then never need to train again. You know, you ask you 3 questions, name, date of birth, email address. That identifies the person you're speaking to. But then things that change regularly. So like, FDA rules, FCA guidelines, those things. If you train those every year. I mean, this is where I'm working now. There's like training that you do every 6 months. And it's the same thing every 6 months. All I do is revamp the course, change the questions, but it's the same overall thing. It's a regulatory requirement. So it's like banking details, money laundering, all of this stuff that doesn't actually change very often. But yeah, you do it and you do the training every 6 months. And I found that how ridiculous it is. But you have to do that much training every single time. Because I actually asked the company, I said, how much does this training cost? And it was like £30,000 a person. Oh. And I asked her, when was the last time any of this regulatory stuff changed? And it was like 2018. Alright, so since 2018, it's not changed. And yet every 6 months you're spending 30 grand per person to develop the training again, to like produce new reading aids, new videos, new scripts. And yet for 6 years it hasn't changed. They're like, yeah, that's right. So I worked out this company at 120 employees. So like 120 people times 30 grand. And that's just for one training course. So imagine they do that for 5 minutes. Oh, fucking shit. Well, it eventually tires. But yes, as I was saying, so it's one training course in financial conduct.
Then you have another one in money laundering. You then have another one in complaints handling. So this company's wasting millions of pounds every single year, or every 6 months actually, on training courses they don't need. I was like, so stop doing that, and then put your customers, that put your employees' wages up.
Keep right.
Because I worked out where I'm at now. The last year I brought the business £180,000 in revenue, and I got paid 21 grand. And I'm one employee.
Finding a new route. Keep right.
So imagine how much is that company is making every year and not paying out on wages.
Exit right. Turn right.
So I said to my manager on Friday, right, give me the stats of how much I've brought into the business. And I'm going to go ask her pay, right?
Turn left.
And he was like, good luck with that. But that's the mentality of this. That's the mentality of most companies. But what they do to try and fool you into thinking different is you'll get the managers every morning coming like, hi, how are you doing? Did you have a nice weekend? Blah, blah, blah. Trying to come up as friendly and your best friend. And it's all just false. Like they'll do shout-outs every morning. He was such and such's birthday. Hope you had a nice time. Like, yeah, did really give me more money. I don't want the praise. I don't want a birthday card. Give me more money.
Continue straight on.
I mean, the company I work for has gone downhill. So every year you'd get like, they do like prize draws and things. So you could win like Alexas and PlayStations and things. They stopped all of that 2 years ago. Used to also get a gone a wine at Christmas. And they would pay for a Christmas party. For your team, you could have like a buffet and get pizzas and all this stuff prior. This year we got a £1 Easter egg. The Easter. And when they hit 1 million customers, the new customers on the new system, everyone got a Kit Kat. And Kit Kat sent out in the post. And that was it. We've hit 1 million new customers. Here's a Kit Kat. Absolute piss take. But I couldn't believe I'd grown 4 times. No, hold on. It's 21. 180 divided by 21. That was 6 times my wage. I've grown to my company in 1 year.
and I got 2% of both pay. I got, sorry, I had a 2% pay increase. Train drivers got wanted train carriers around 20% more. I even said, like, what about a profit sharing scheme like the co-op? Or just like shares in the company. So when the company does well, you get shares, and then as the shares increase in value, you feel the benefit. It'll make you work harder because you know if the company does well, you're gonna do well. Anyway, it's the weekend, I'm not talking about work. Any movies anyone looking forward to? They're coming out soon. They're doing the live How to Train Your Dragon Andy, a live action remake. Apparently that's meant to be really good. The guy who played the chief, he's playing the chief again. The guy who did the voice for it. Gerard Butler. He's the chief. But in the live action one, Nick Frost is going to be in. I don't know who plays Hiccup. I've seen him, but I just don't know where I can't place where he's from. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be good, but you know the dragon's gonna be CGI. I said that like I'm surprised. It's gonna be CGI. No, they're gonna find real fucking dragons somewhere and create them, I think. Some of the shit I say, I should think through before I speak. It's not live action in that respect. They're going to engine real dragons. No, it'll be like the Lion King. Oh, I tell you what I am looking forward to. Spaceballs 2. Finally. Mel Brooks announced it. They are, after 40 odd years, they are doing a Spaceballs 2.
Straight on.
I can't wait. It's only just been announced, so it'll be a while yet. Like, how many people have been crying out for that?
Right. Exit right.
Yeah, that was the first piss take movie of. Like the first piss take of Star Wars.
Yeah, I think it was actually a better Star Wars film than actual Star Wars. I mean, as the intro says, we've had prequels for the sequels, we've had sequels for the sequels, we've had spin-offs for the spin-offs, prequels for the prequels, prequels for the sequels. And bear in mind the clusters human entertainment, like for children. People saying like, was Luke gay? Then Mark Hamill said if you thought he was gay, he was gay. Like, apart from a kiss from your sister, there was nothing sexual in that movie. Because it was designed for kids. And then Mark Hamill was like, if you find out that there's only one eligible girl in the universe, and you happen to find out it's your sister, that would mess you up for real.
Continue straight on.
But in the extended universe, it has Luke's wife in. It's just they didn't do it in the sequels. She used to be a Dark Jedi. She was called Mara Jade. And they get together. He turns her to the light side. And they have a couple of kids. But in the sequels, they gave Han and Leia this kid. So one of the Ben Solo should have actually been Ben Skywalker. And it was actually meant to be one of Luke's kids. So Luke and Jade. I think they had a girl and a boy. In the expanded universe. Luke goes on to found a temple. And they kind of gloss over it in the sequels. So you did have a couple of students, but Kylo Ren kills them all and turns them to the dark side. And they become the Knights of Ren. Sorry, I am a bit of a nerd.
Nothing wrong with being a bit of a nerd.
Continue straight on.
Did you just see that fucking car disappear? It was right beside me, then it vanished. Weird. I did see that, didn't I? This game messes with your head. He must just have loaded it out on memory. Just happened to be there when I was doing it. It did it the other day, you know. The whole truck disappeared. And I thought I'd gone crazy. He was in front of me and then he just vanished. Just like that car did. And I'm like, I'm not that tired. There was a truck. You stupid tosser. A bloody truck just trying to get in my way. That's what I mean about the AI on this game. It's actually pretty stupid. They deliberately go and try here. Like you got nothing better to do. It's a bloody steep bridge there, so... Don't do this at home.
Continue straight on.
I'm over financially and got in the fence. Anyone just joining? Yes, I am aware I'm on the wrong side of the road. I am trying to get back on the right side of the road.
then continue straight on. Continue straight on. Keep left, and then continue straight on. Continue straight on.
I was hoping I would flickly dump to the other side. It has to end soon. Has to.
Recomputing. Finding. Recomputing. Rerouting.
Come on. You have to let me across. Please. Yes. You stupid numpty. I knew it would eventually let me across. It had to. Just like that, it knocked 2 hours off me journey. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you enjoy the stream, guys. If you have any other games you would like me to play, or suggestions I want to give me a game, gift me a game. Please do. Any tips, any bits you donate go towards making me game heading to my heading to my setup. I do have a wish list. It's on my Twitch profile. If you feel like you have the money to donate something, by all means. Not necessarily. Even just like say appreciate.
Also, if you want to know what your inner dream with your channel points, if you type in commands, there's a list of redeemable things. Someone found one I didn't even know was there the other day. Hey, you can redeem wages, say, well, look, I'm for that.
Keep left.
So they did it the other day when I was streaming and I couldn't do anything and I was on a NG road like this. I ended up doing a bloody somersault. And troops are not meant to do somersaults. I'm not meant to do somersaults either. Sorry, I'm starting to get tired. I'm starting to take more.
Keep right. And then exit right. Exit right. Keep right. And then turn right. Turn right.
Hello, Ian. You come I'm about halfway through my delivery. I've got 10 hours to go. That's in-game time, not real-world time.
Keep left.
That would be like the channel I raided earlier where the guy had been doing it for 45 hours. He was doing like a super marathon. That's a long bloody time. It's a long bloody time. You know, it's starting to get dark now. It's 11 o'clock nearly. Was super light up until very recently. And it's only starting to get dark in the last 20 minutes. I know I can.
Finding a keep left. Rerouting. Recomputing. Rerouting. Finding a new route. Finding. Recomputing. Rerouting. Recomputing. Finding a new route. Turn right. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Sometimes you just go the wrong way. Hey, nickel brick. Like nickel back, but with a brick. Nickel brick. Well, you just can't hear taking.
Keep left. Keep right. And then exit right.
Bit of undertaking, bit of overtaking.
Continue straight on.
Well, I was gonna hit the fucking sign again.
Keep right.
Just hold it together. Just a little bit more. I think it's because I'm getting tired. They're making silly mistakes.
Keep left. Keep right. And then exit right. Exit right. Turn right. Keep right. Keep left.
Mm.
Keep right.
Different. I'm not sure. Sure.
Keep left.
Wow, that's sad. Wow. Wow, that's sad. Human voice are when Pokemon speak, the only say the name. Other species. The Pikachu was a Pikachu. And that's his son, he says. And then Squirtle is like Squirt. And what the face, what the face, what? Why can't we say the name? And why is that their actual language?
Because this Pokemon is just a classification. And they're each a different species.
Exit left.
How when they understand each other? If you say each other's name over and over again. Like, is it actually a sentence? Is it actually words? Or are they just calling themselves what they are? And then how do people seem to understand them? Well, just one of the random things I think. Because I saw a lot of escape in the chat. It just got me thinking. That's what he says. That's all he says is Wobbuffet, 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 Wobbuffet. And yeah, that's meant to be a language. And trainers can understand their Pokemon even though they're not, even they don't really, they're just talking gibberish. And what if they can actually speak English? They just choose not to. Well, not English human, they speak human. Don't tell me not when people are saying something. But they just pretend to be ignorant.
Continue straight on.
Put it together, Jesus. I've had more homes in this thing than men in a Turkish bazaar. That was a Turkish bazaar. Even I don't know when I'm saying something if it makes sense or not. I could be in Pokemon. This is my version of English. This is my version of my language. And I'm not sure any of you actually understand what I'm saying. I might be talking gibberish to you too. And they seem to respond, so I guess you know what I'm saying. Luxembourg.
Left. And then turn left.
Welcome to Luxembourg.
Turn left. Keep right. And then turn right.
Home of Luxembourgians.
Turn right.
Luxembourgians.
Continue straight
Is that
on.
a thing?
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
People from the Lux.
Exit now.
Where is Luxembourg? Called Luxembourg. What does it mean?
And then continue straight on.
Anyone know? Answers in chat.
Continue straight on.
If she give me the real answer, you'll get a cookie. I'll give you a cookie. Nice reaction that's in fact that should as a command, a redeemable command. You can get given a cookie. Cookie Monster give you a cookie. Ah, I can actually have Cookie Monster give you a cookie. Wow, that would be a pretty redeem, wouldn't it? So Cookie Monster will flash up on the screen and offer you a cookie. If you type in commands, I'll give you a list of the other commands. You can ask the Ouija board. And then what else can you do? Roll the dice, start a fight. Spin the wheel. You can redeem Heinrich and a drink. And stretch. You can even tell me I've failed, and each of them will produce a different icon on the screen. Just while I'm playing, don't use the disable mind trace and don't enable my controller. I need to complete this delivery. You wouldn't be that mean, would you? No, none of you would in the moment be that mean to take a step on my controller.
Keep right. And then exit right.
You're all nice people.
Exit right.
I don't need you to reset, I don't need you to disable the controller. I ran myself enough. And we've passed through Luxembourg, and we're now in Metz. Welcome to Metz.
Keep left. And then turn left.
I've been to one of these places because I'm not discovering any new places. I've not been to Metz and Luxembourg before. I know that's not how you probably say it. You probably don't say Luxembourg, but I say Luxembourg.
Get ready to turn right. Turn
Actually, I
right.
probably do
And then
genuinely think it was
left.
that's how you say it.
Turn left.
You have arrived at your destination.
You have arrived at your destination.
And I beat you to it. I said it before you did. Thank you very much, guys. It has been my pleasure and honor to be with you this evening. I'm sure I'll see most of you again